Well, I'm back and we're inside your coach, and it's my pleasure to show you a few things in here. And I didn't say this before, but I want to mention to you, if I've missed something or you forgot something, call us. We got a great support team here. So give us a call if you don't understand anything I've said or I missed something. We're going to start right here in the front. This is your panel for your lights. When you come in the coach at night, you can reach up here and push that switch, and that lights your center lights up. Nice feature. These are your floodlights on the outside, and this is your porch light. So now we're going to show you your awning. We can't take it out because it's windy right now, but we're going to show you how it works. Extend the awning, just like that. Retract it. But there's a word I want to tell you. If you've had campers before and had those old canvas awnings that you could put out and put hurricane straps over it and leave it out in the pouring down rain, you don't do that with this awning. This awning's not near as heavy. If there's any kind of wind, which there is today, we're not going to put the awning out. If it's a real slight sprinkle, I might sit out underneath of it, but you never want to leave that awning unattended. If you go shopping, put the awning in. When you go to bed, put the awning in. It's a nice feature, but it's not as sturdy as the old canvas ones. I just want you to know that. I'd hate to see you lose your awning. We're going to start up here in the bedroom. Okay. All your air is in the ceiling. And this is your directional. These are directional. Over there on that wall is your CO2 detector. It's got batteries in it. I'm going to walk around there and show you how to work your emergency window. While we're here, we're going to talk about these. These are just on strings, and if you always want to run with them down. Okay, and as you do up and down, they'll get so they might not want to stay up. The strings are stretched. Right here, this thing right here, just take another trip around there with the strings and tighten it up. That's just how easy it is. This is your emergency window. You just pull it out like that, pull it out, and if you want to, you can have it like that for some night air. So right now, we're going to put that down. Okay, now let's talk about this. Let me get my glasses on here a second. Thank you for bearing with me. This is your to test your different things. That's your battery. It says right here. It's your freshwater tank. It's showing full. Your black water tank is empty. That's your commode. Just remember that black water tank, if you've never camped in these before, is just the commode. You got two gray water tanks, and both of them are empty, as they should be. Now, remember we talked about that little switch outside? If that switch is not down, you can do this electric switch all you want to and nothing's going to happen. That switch has to be down for it to work on electric, and that's all I really use mine on, is electric, because propane is so expensive. This is a water pump that pumps water out of your onboard tank. If you're dry camping, you'll have to use this, but if the campground, like most of them, has got city water, you do not have to use that. We're going to leave it on so I can show you how the commode works. I want you to look at this picture. That picture right there is with the antenna sitting on the roof. It's in the cradle. So that tells me before I mess with the antenna, I'm going to check out and see what kind of picture I got. A lot of times, almost every camper I've been in has got that kind of a picture. This is a smoke detector. Just a plain old Acme smoke detector. And here's your furnace. Pretty simple. I got it on cool now. It's a little muggy here in Cincinnati. So, and you just set it here. You leave your fan on auto. That way it kicks on and off with the compressor. And that's all there is to it. It's pretty self-explanatory. Got an outlet down here. This is a CD, DVD player. And this here, you can turn this television around, which is a nice feature. If you want to watch it in the bedroom, this thing will swing just like such. That's the way that works. Now we're going to talk about the air bed. I've got one in mind. You'll have instructions for it. It just pulls forward. If you run into any problems and any questions about that when you do it, it's pretty simple. I can tell you briefly that we've got one just like it, and when you get it on the beautiful part about this is when you put it on the bed, you never have to take it off. It's got a dump valve in the back to deflate it. You leave that valve open and it goes, and when you put it back together, the weight of the cushions and you sitting on it will take the rest of that out. Just remember to plug it back in when you get ready to inflate it. If you start inflating and nothing happens, you know you've left that open. So that's that. Here's your care package I was telling you about. In there, the main thing I want to show you in here is this little doodad right here. This is what you can plug into the camper and into your house, and it'll probably run everything but your air. Okay, table. That's the next important thing. You always want to run with this table in the down position. So it's easy to collapse. It collapses real easy. And there's a pin there you pull. Right here is where you pull it. And it'll collapse. And you can put it right down here on this ledge. It also makes into a bed. And you got storage underneath of there. So pretty nice. But don't run with it up, please. This is a nice feature. Pull that out. Put your stuff in there. I don't carry many cans, I'll tell you, because they're heavy. But you do what you want to. There we go. Alright, let's see. Let's go to the fridge. Alright, now it's on auto. We're plugged in, so it's drawing off electric. The minute we unplug out there, it's going to switch to gas. I don't like that. I turn mine off. This will stay cold. This will stay cold for at least 6 hours. And we only drive about 6 hours when we can't. So I got a thermometer. Anything's got to be below 45 degrees before the cooties start setting in. My wife and I went round and round. We got a thermometer and solved everything. 45 and under, you're fine. Here's a regular microwave. You got one. You've used one. You've used them all. This is a nice light and a fan. You got a grease filter up there. Nice to check it every once in a while. Another feature this has got is nice. All you got to do is click it on, turn it on, and click it, just like a lot of gas grills. Same difference. There's only one thing you have to light on this unit, and that's the pilot light in the oven. And it's down there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Okay. And up here on this, we're going to give you a stick lighter. You saw me get it out of the care package. We're going to give you a stick lighter, and you turn this to pilot. No gas is coming out right now, but you push this in and it gets gas to the pilot. Hold your stick lighter on there and light that flame up. Takes about 10 seconds, let go, and it'll stay lit. Now here's a very important thing I want to tell you. If you want to keep that pallet lit, don't turn this thing to off, because that'll turn the pallet off. Mama, when she's cooking, if she's baking and she intends on baking again, she don't turn it to off. She turns it to pallet. That means this pallet's going to stay on. She can use it again when she wants to use the oven. Okay, here. Another important thing. We don't ride with this in here, because what happens is you're going to hit a bump and then it's going to go on the floor. So what we do, we put that right there. Don't forget what I told you about the table. Don't ride with that table up. It'll be against your furniture. We didn't do the bathroom, I don't think. So let's go back here and do the bath. Remember, all these things are directional for your air. Nice feature. Now, here, let's talk about this. That outlet I showed you outside and the outlets around the sink and the kitchen are protected by ground fault. If you get a little moisture in them, they'll blow. Don't panic. Don't think there's something wrong with your wiring. If they've just got damp, come in here and reset it. That's all you have to do. There's not a thing wrong with your wiring. They really are sensitive. That's what their purpose is, so you don't get shocked. Okay, we're going to do the commode. A little bit down. A little bit down puts water in the bowl. All the way down flushes it right into the black tank. Now you want to run with some water in this bowl because it's the only trap you got between the black tank and letting the odor up there. So it's not going to hurt to run that much water in there to keep the odor out. You got two switches on the wall here. One's for the light. The other is for that fan up over top of my head right there. So that's what those two are for. But just remember, run with some water in the bowl. I've had people say, well, it's going to flush out, or it's going to splash out. No, no, no. It's not going to splash out. If you're in a position where that water splashes out, you're in trouble. So don't worry about it splashing out. Alright, you got another emergency window here, which is a good feature. It works just like the one I showed you in the front. And there's a better look at that tightener for the string. So just remember, if they don't stay up, run that thing around there one more time. Nice light there. These three lights in the center here are controlled by the switch. We didn't talk about the antenna. Like I said, the picture that's on the TV right now is with the antenna laying on the roof. So before you mess with this thing, check out the picture. Okay, but you can if you got a lousy picture. I'll show you got a booster on here. We're going to find that, show you that. If you do this, you can push it up and turn it. When you bring it back down, you want to have these two little things lined up right there. That puts it right back in the cradle. So, and another thing I want to tell you too is if you open these, this is your air conditioning unit. If you open all these, it's going to put 85% of your air right here where you need it. If it gets hot, you can do that. You can shut them down, adjust them, and it'll put it in the bedroom and in these things. So just keep that in mind. If you get here and it's real hot, dump it all right here, and then you can adjust it the way you want to. Right down here we have your electrical system. On this side is your house current, your 110. If it blows, I've never had one blow, but if it does, it comes halfway. It's just like your house. You turn it off and reset it. Over here is your 12 volt side. Right now this is a converter that's converting the electricity on the pole out there to 12 volt. So all your lights and everything's 12 volt. It's converted here. If you blow a fuse on there, these little red diodes on the top, on the side here, will tell you what fuse is blown. So it's a great feature. Right here we have an LP gas detector. It doesn't shut anything off. It just makes it so loud in here you can't stand it. So, and that's what it's supposed to do. So this little thing on the wall here, don't stay in here and try to fight a fire with it. Let the insurance company, say goodbye to it as you're running out the door, but let the insurance company take care of it. Right inside there you see that little green light. That's your TV booster, okay? You get great reception when that's on, okay? But if you store this thing, this camper, if you store it, turn this off, because it will drain your battery. We still got a pretty decent picture with it off. I can't believe it. But that's what I want to caution you. Be sure and turn it off when you store it, because it will run your battery down. I know for a fact. It happened to me personally. There it goes, no signal. Now we'll turn it on. Amazing. Amazing. Well, I think we've just about covered everything in here. And it's been my pleasure. And I'm excited for you, and we appreciate your business. We thank you for choosing Holman for your RV needs. And like I said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us. Thank you and happy camping.